Well, welcome back. Got a little maintenance on the Cub Cadet. Again, this is a 2016 Cub Cadet Challenger 500, I think it is. Yes, got the little 500cc motor in it. Doing the air filter, just did the oil change on it, and did that on a previous video, and figured I'd show how I am struggling getting this air filter. They have wedged it in underneath the gear selector here, and it's fun to get out. Once you pull the seats out, pull the console cover off. Here's the filter box. It's got 2 screws, Phillips screws here, 2 on the other side corresponding. Then they hid one right there. I went ahead and pulled, there's 2 bolts in the front here too on these tabs. One right there and one in behind that plate right there. I went ahead and pulled those out to get the box a little more loose so I can get the cover off, because this cover is pretty snug. So I'll set you up and we'll see how we can get this thing off. First thing I did is that the fuel line, it had a cable tie tied over here, so I cut that to get this thing sort of out of my way. And you want to pull the breather out of the top of it. Get that out of the way. It actually, the filter itself hangs up on the bottom front corner here. So it almost worked. I mean, gee whiz. Look how much I'm rubbing on the framework right here. It's just super tight. Scarring the hell out of the top of the box. But I sort of get my finger up underneath the front lip here and sort of rotated it to the, I guess, to the left here, and pried out on it. And it's snug. Filter, it just sort of lifts up. And I had already changed this. So I just went ahead and started getting a whole new filter, because the inside actually, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's pretty clean. I just ordered a new sleeve. Threw the old one away. It was really dirty. In fact, it was probably the original one. And just bought a new sleeve, pulled this end cap off with a Phillips, slipped the new one on, and heck, you get 2 of these for $10 and they're already oiled. So it was worth it to me to just buy it instead of trying to clean the old one. But now when you put it back in, I wish you'd slide that in. And it's snug. Going in's a little tougher. Same thing I was fighting coming out. Yeah, I ended up getting a putty knife from the front. I just slid my putty knife basically like that, because what's hanging up are these little tabs here that push the filter up tight up against the air intake here. So this sort of helped slide it up and over that. So same thing. So lift up on the front as much as you can. Slide that thin putty knife here. And it went down a lot easier. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. Something else I noticed playing around here, at the air intake boot, when I was moving this box around, you end up seeing both of these caps have got tears in the boot. I'm not really sure what these do. You know, they just get you inside there, but I'm not really sure why they're there. But I don't think they're supposed to have big tears in them. So I got a new boot that I ordered. I'm going to replace that. And I think I'm going to try pulling the whole box out. See if that makes it go in easier. I kind of doubt it. It's just a tight fit. But I'll see how it goes. Go ahead and put this back on just to keep stuff from falling down there. I'll probably put some paper inside that throat. Some of the clamps. Pulls off pretty easy. So does that make this filter box come out any easier? Not really. The strap from this clamp, that's sort of tight too. But I don't think it's any easier. Might just be easier the way I had it set up the first time. Just loosen those two front bolts, take the 5 screws out, and heck, for that matter, yeah, you're gonna have to get the screws off. That's all there is to it. You're gonna have to pull the 5 screws out and those 2 bolts, get the box loose, give you some play, then just rip the thing out, because it's snug. Sort of put my thumb on the box itself, push down on it, giving me a little more play. Now I was also thinking, because it's hanging up right here, I'm wondering if it wouldn't hurt just to pound that down a little bit, massage it, maybe it'll make it clear this box a little easier. I'll give that a try too. So I went and massaged it a little bit, pounded it down. We'll see what that does. With that air intake boot off, it might be easier to get the lid on too. Definitely not a spin a wing nut and change the air filter. It's a little involved, but it went on. Go. Tighten these up again. Okay, I think that's it. Put the 5 screws in and the 2 bolts, and I think we're good to go. thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one.